think it's an exciting time, actually. I think it's an interesting time. It's definitely something that the BBC is doing more of. We have a very active social media presence, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we put our content on there, but we're also sharing links back to our website. And I think it's a very, I don't feel threatened at all by it. I think it's a positive thing. You can interact with your audience in a new way. You can see directly how many people are watching or sharing your posts, and I think it's interesting. I think the negative side maybe of it is that there's certain things that work for social media in terms of stories that people will share, and usually they're more quirky stories, they're lighter stories, or sometimes they're very well produced news, investigative stories, but that doesn't happen very often. So there is a tendency to change the kind of stories that we're doing in order to make sure that they're a success, in a sense, on social media. Well, at the moment, the BBC figures that were just released still show that our biggest market is television. Yep. It's still the biggest numbers are there, and then second is radio, and third is online and digital media and social media. But it's obviously a growing market. It's definitely, when you look at the demographics of who's watching TV, who's listening to radio, it's usually people in the older bracket, so younger people are accessing social media. Maybe when they get older they'll change back to traditional media, maybe they won't. So still the figures are relatively small for the BBC, but it's definitely a platform that we're heavily engaging with, and it does reach people, yeah, and I think it's a way that's going forward, and there's no way that you can ignore it. We're seeing that change already. I think, like, for example, radios thinking about podcasts or series or kind of timeless stories that you can listen to at any time. They seem to work on social media, like the Serial program. With television, people are doing shorter videos. They're doing videos using text. They're doing videos that you can watch on your handphone when you're in the middle of the Angkor and you can still get them. So that change is already happening. But I think that the basics, which is always my mantra, is the basics of good journalism, which is like strong characters, good research, investigative journalism, stories that surprise you, that teach you something, that take you on a journey. All these traditional kind of good quality journalism. It doesn't really matter what medium you're using, whether you're doing a 1-minute video for Instagram or you're doing a 1-hour doco for television. The same principles of good journalism, I think, continue to hold.